Hello everybody, this is Aquarius Tranquility. I am a manager in Tranquility Grid. If you are watching this video, then you have an interest in information about our grid. I'll give you a little bit of history. Tranquility Grid was opened January 13, 2018 by Chris Tranquility. At the time he had opened it, he was known as Christian Dior. And he had a partner at that time, Jador Dior, who has left the grid, and so he changed his name to Chris Tranquility. I myself am a manager with the grid, and I am also now married to Chris, and we've met in real life, and we're actually planning to be together in real life as well. So that's a little bit of history and introduction to us. So how to join our grid and all that and how to make an account is already in another tutorial on our Tranquility Grid YouTube link. And if you are coming in as a Hypergrid member at first, just to kind of get a look-see, then you port in here. This is the OpenSim beacon that brings you into our world because we're Hypergrid enabled. You will click on this and it'll take you to a link to sign the European Privacy Policy Business, the GDPR rules. If you want to know what that is all about, there is a link I will put in the bottom in the description of the video, and it takes you to a page that describes what the GDPR is and all that kind of stuff. And that's that. It's an important thing. When you first come in here, this is the welcome center of Tranquility Grid, where everybody first ports into. It is a single region welcome center. It was built by myself and Chris with the thought in mind to help reduce any kind of possible lag. Our mission has always been to create regions that are as lag-free as we can possibly get. We do pick up things from around the hypergrid that are mesh. Most of the objects in here are prim created. So we created it ourselves and textured it. Like even the railings up here. And the stores are prims. Most of the stuff in here is prim except for like a few plants and things. Quite recently, I've been learning Blender for a while, and quite recently I have learned how to actually take the freebies, download it into Blender, and upload it back in after having fixed it a little bit. A lot of them contain double vertices, which if you don't make mesh objects, it means nothing to you. But double anything in a mesh object can create viewer lag, which a lot of people say that it's just viewer side lag. But, you know, you create enough problems in a region can crash. So that is debatable. I do not claim to be an expert in mesh. I do not claim to be an expert in a lot of things. The goal of these tutorial videos and introductions are to give people who are new to our grid a little bit of a tour and welcome, and let you know what we're about, what we offer, and some basics. I'm going to be doing tutorials a little bit about building things to look for that can help reduce lag in a region, and what do you do when you get land, what do you do when you first get there. Some basic things that I know. I've only been in OpenSim since the end of 2016, so I'm still in learning phase myself, but I figure for people who might not even use the viewer before or have been on closed grid before, don't know much about hypergrid and what's available and all that, or if you're new to OpenSims, then this will help you, and if you already know a lot, then this will not help you. So let's get started. This is the welcome center where you come in. Like my lovely little fountain. You know, some people, well, okay, even the mesh body I'm wearing is obviously somebody had ripped from SL, and I just pick up a whole bunch of freebies from the hypergrid that people can use. A lot of designers in OpenSim are leery to bring their items into a place because, you know, people are using the Athena mesh body, and I guess they feel threatened that they can't make sales, or they don't agree with, rightfully so, they don't agree with the fact that people are wearing stuff that's ripped and stolen. There's debates about legalities there, you know, and it's hard to trace and track what is ripped from where, all that kind of stuff. That's a whole other, I could go on forever about that. But, you know, there was one grid we had blocked from our place. They stood here right in front of this lovely prim fountain I made and ripped it right in front of me. They were stealing it. which was kind of sad because you can just take a bunch of prims and put it together. The fountain pieces themselves were first from a mesh fountain, but the whole thing is made by prims. Even the lighting feature is added into a prim, which I'm going to show you a little bit of how you can do that. I made these letters myself in Blender program. So this lovely creation is how we started our welcome, then we build all around it. In here we have, that is the female mesh shop that I'm facing, where most of the objects in there are geared towards the Athena related mesh bodies and that. And there is some Ruth body clothes as well. I don't like the Ruth body. I think that's one of those legit mesh things for OpenSim. I don't like it. But it's there if you want it. And then we have a costumes shop and a classic avatar stuff there. We have set up some fully, some full avies with the clothes and all that. We set some up for you. Let me run. I'm taking a lot of video time. I'm making these videos with Bandicam free program. So they're going to be in 10-minute increments. This video might be more than just one video because I'm using a free program. So bear with me. So we set up some quickies that you can just grab here off these boards. And they come with everything you see. The avatar, the clothes they're wearing. There's even some right behind it. Are they in the classic? Yeah. There's some right behind it too. And then there's a whole bunch of avatar types and clothes and things for classic avatars and other kind of animal avies and this and that. Back there I have a bunch of cool mesh animal avies I picked up from somewhere. There's dragon and lion and all that stuff. And since this is a moderate region, I censored out the bits that should not be showing. So there's a bunch of free. So all in welcome here is the only place you're going to find the freebies other than Spoiled Diva region and possibly other places. But so when you first come into Tranquility, whatever newbie avatar you're coming in with, you can pick up whatever type you like from within here. Then there's male as well. So there's male mesh, female mesh, and then classic avatar shops. And if we go up towards our office area, behind it there is a little building that has all kinds of build items, furniture, building things, and stuff like that. That's our office. There's a bank beside it. In Tranquility Grid, you deal directly with us when it comes to currency, not Podex, no middleman. So what you do is you go there. There next to the bank is stream links which you can rent from us for music for your clubs. So that's what's all here in the welcome. So you go here, say you want to get $5 worth. Click here and go click US dollars, US $5. And it takes you to PayPal page where you pay. And you pay the $5 and then you would message us, Chris or myself, saying, okay, I paid this much money. I need the Tranquility currency, which shows up right there once you've received it from us. And that's how you buy it. You can cash out as well. If you make tips, if you're a host, or if you make item sales, you can cash out. You pay the Tranquility currency here, and then you get the money back from Chris. So you can cash out. You can actually make money. This is our little bank. Other currency, we do have Globic currency. So if you have a region that you want hypergridders to be able to come in and buy stuff from you, you can have your region set up to Globic currency instead. We do have a Globit mall here as well. This is our office. I hope I'm not going too fast for everybody. I'm not that skilled at making videos or anything, so bear with me. So if you want to know about land and all that jazz, you can come in here. That there is the regular region prices. Look on this wall for any kind of deals that are going on at the moment. Like here right now, our regular standard single region is usually $9 a month. It's so far been going on sale for $7 a month. With that region, you can open a club, you can open a little shop. Otherwise, you can get a little bit cheaper home starter regions where you just want your little home privacy. You can set it to adult, whatever you want to do and stuff. So that's where deals are. You want to access your account information, it's there. If you want to get land, you click here. Takes you to page.